LeBron James goes 13 of 14. He's the oldest player to drop 30 on 90% shooting. He just made NBA history at 41 years old, right? That's how old he is. His shooting last night against the Houston Rockets, he was tying the best single game field goal effort of his entire career. With him and Luka combined for 70 points, as the Lakers took the tiebreaker and stretched their win streak to 7. Matthew, is the Lakers duo right now the scariest combo in the league heading into the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, they're the scariest combo if you're a referee and you know you're refereeing their game tonight. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty scary because you know you're going to get an earful. But as far as like basketball goes, I don't see them beating the Thunder and I don't see them beating the Spurs. So unless they're the 3 or the 6 seed, I really don't see them advancing. I would favor OKC and the Spurs to gentlemen sweep them because I don't think they got the dogs all through the roster that those two teams have. And I think you're going to get basically with LeBron, any record he sets, he's going to be the oldest just because he's the only 41-year-old doing it like he's doing it. So anytime, you know, LeBron has 14 assists or anytime LeBron shoots 90% from the field, it's going to be, well, he's the oldest person to shoot 90%. He's the oldest person to have 14 assists. That's just because he's the only person. The only person I could think of that played in their 40s were Robert Parrish and Vince Carter, who by that point were just riding the pine. You know,
Parrish, they're on a decline.
That's right. Robert Parrish riding the pine in Chicago, Vince Carter riding the pine in Memphis, Sacramento, Atlanta by the end. So basically, anytime LeBron gets a 20-point game, you know, you could slap on it, LeBron, oldest person, get a 20-point game at so-and-so time. So, you know, these records are losing a little bit for me, but 13 for 14 is still very impressive. But I think with these guys and yelling at the refs and stuff and Luka and his attitude, I think they're front, you know, when they're on a winning streak, they're going to be front running a little bit. But how are Luka and DeAndre Ayton, who are always pouting, how are they going to do when they go down 2-0 in the first round to the Spurs or to OKC?
Yeah. So look, so we already know what we're going to get out of Luka, right? That man can turn on any time, any night, right? But with LeBron, since turning 41, he's still around 25 points a night. I mean, he's miles ahead, like you said, what Kareem was averaged at 41. So to me, it's not just one hot game.
Yeah, I mean, it's not one hot. I mean, he's still very good. You know, I was talking tongue in cheek, talking about them complaining at the refs, but like, you know, you'd be delusional to say he's not still very good. And their winning streak is very impressive. I mean, besides the Pacers and the Bulls, they've beat like pretty much every mid-level playoff team in the West. They beat the Timberwolves, they beat the Rockets twice, they beat the Nuggets. So, you know, if you're the Lakers, who are probably going to be the 4 seed or the 5 seed, maybe the 3 seed. I'd have to look at the standings. But you're probably going to play the Timberwolves, the Rockets, or the Nuggets. So if you're the Lakers and you say, okay, well, we beat these 3 cats that we're going to have to see in the postseason, you're getting hot at the right time. But to me, it doesn't really matter because you could win that first round. But the Nuggets and the Timberwolves are good enough to where even if they win it, which I think I would favor the other teams, but even if they won, it would go 6 or 7. It would be a bloodbath. Then just you get rewarded just by playing San Antonio or OKC in the next round. So I see a tough playoffs for them. I see them second round at the furthest, and I see a lot of Luka yelling at the ref and giving dirty looks to his teammates.
So listen, so he's breaking efficiency records, right?
Yes,
and on top of that, LeBron is carrying a team that's 10-1 in their last 11. Like, Matthew, how do you game plan for something like that in the playoffs?
What you do is you find a way to break team chemistry by telling them, oh, LeBron, you need to be the ball handler. And then Luka getting upset because he has to play off ball. And then when Luka's on ball, LeBron being upset because he's off ball. Yeah, I think there's subtle ways where they might beat themselves. And if they don't, they can go pretty far. But sometimes when they're losing, you see they all seem to be upset, particularly Luka. But at various points, you see LeBron giving the stare to the teammates. You know, where when they get that stare, they're about to get shipped out. You've seen DeAndre Ayton basically take some plays off. The only guys that are playing hard every night are Rui and Austin. So, I've seen
real quick before I forget this, right? Since you mentioned DeAndre Ayton, you remember we talked about a couple weeks ago? He said, "I'm not no Clinton Capella." Do you know that man must have caught some heat, right? Because he came back the other day and said, "Man, I'm just paraphrasing. I forget what he exactly said. He basically said, "Man, I just realized I'm not the man. I just got to play my role, know my role."
Bro, I mean, if he could play the Clint Capella role, people would give him a lot of love, a lot of respect. Prime Clint Capella at points was like the third option on those red hot Houston teams. Like Clint Capella was giving you like 16 and 10 on like 70% shooting. I mean, he had a great big man career. That's just not the right guy to hate on.
Especially when he got that little orange streak in his hair. That was it. That's when he changed.
I think that little blonde streak, he thought he was Wiz Khalifa.
Black and yellow, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. Well, man, let's see how far Lakers. We're gonna mark down your prediction. You said they won't get past the second round,
and they'll be lucky to make it to the second round.
Ooh, lucky on top of that?
Yeah, because they're gonna have to play the Nuggets, the Timberwolves, and I think the matchup that I would like them in is if they got to play the Rockets. But right now, I don't have the standings in front of me. I wish I should have been prepared. I should have had the standings in front of me.
Let me look. Which you want to see?
West? Right now, they're the 3 seed. Right now, they'd have to play the Nuggets, and the Nuggets are the 6 seed right now, and the Nuggets are a few games ahead of Phoenix. So it would be the Nuggets or maybe the Rockets, and I think the Rockets team chemistry looks like it's struggling, and it looks like nobody on that team can get a bucket except for KD when it matters. So I would probably favor the Lakers against the Rockets. I put them as underdogs against the Nuggets, even though the Nuggets have some problems with their bench. And I put them as underdogs against Minnesota if Ant-Man is healthy, because Ant-Man's a dog. Ant-Man's not going out in the first round. But if he's not healthy, then he's going to be too busy shooting videos with Obama, which I don't know if you saw that video, but I love that video.
I saw it, man. Hey, look, and Ant-Man talking about, what is this? He said, I think Connect 4. I think this is where you got to match 4 up in a row or something like that. Hey, look, hey, I don't know how many times they edited Obama shooting, but the way they made it look like he was just dropping buckets and dimes left and right.
Hey, he's always been a bucket since his days in the presidency. So, I mean, he's pulled up to events and drained one. There's a famous one, him draining it. This is what I do. That's what he said.
Yeah, he ain't shooting like no stuff, though, but he be all right.
Hey, man, he pretty good for a 64-year-old.
Yeah. Is that how old he is now?
Yeah. You call me when you're 64 and tell me how good you're shooting the